So just to save a bit of confusion, it's Sunday the 29th of July. Now for national buds or national flowers, I'll be looking at securing buds somewhere around about a week on Tuesday. So I've just got back from holiday, and these the Oakwood Goldcrest, and obviously there's some buds there where I've not been here for a week. So to finally fine-tune timing, you hear people on the page who talk about chopping back, cutting back. You don't really want to be chopping into them. You want to deal with each shoot individually now. And obviously we've got a massive bud at the top. That's never going to make a flower show, or not one that I'm going to. We've got the wing buds, and then the next pair down. Well, we can see with Oakwood it tends to bud very quick, and we've still got buds in the next pair down. So I really want to delay this about a week to 10 days. Doesn't matter if I delay it more. So I'm going to take it down there. So we've taken off that part, including the buds. Now these shoots in here should be the ones for me that's going to flower. So make sure we take every other side shoot, however small, off of that flowering stem. Now these are already taken down to numbers, so that Oakwood will flower at 7 up, and there'll be 7 shoots on this plant. So we do the same to this one. These are no good. I'm going to take that off at least. And then looking in here, we have a left and a right. One looks like it's already got a bud in it, so we'll take him out, and the next one down. Take this out and that out. Hopefully that'll delay those enough for that. Now, when you've got shoots that have only got small buds in, so at this stage maybe, or even a bit smaller, is when I'd normally try to secure the stem for show. It's not quite so easy, or it's a bit more fiddly. So again, if I keep the camera on it, it's no good to have that bit. So we'll take him out and then go in there. I'll probably take that one out. Now to be sure, if you really want to, you can leave one of those lower shoots down, so it does bud quick, and when you're only lightly knocking back, that can encourage them to do so. And take, using my thumb now, out any shoots further down the plant. Don't want to go along and have to mess about with these too much afterwards. So again, there's another one. Bud, wing buds. There's wing buds in the next pair down, and generally each pair of leaves is a week's delay. So we want a good week, so we're going to take that out. And you must remember to remove these other shoots, because otherwise you're going to end up with a plant that was 7 up to a plant that's got 4, 5, 6 shoots on each stem, and ends up something like a gooseberry bush. So that is, in theory, the knocking back method to get the buds at the time you want. There's lots of ways of securing different shoots at different times to spread a flush, but really I'm going to try to flower most of the plot. So that they're the earlier plants, and plants like this, which have probably got buds in there somewhere or thinking about it, are probably going to be pretty well timed to come naturally when I want. And there's 53 plants in this bed, so just by knocking back these early buds, there's another plant there with a couple of early ones, so I'll go through those. It will even the batch up, and they should all flower at the same time as I want. There's a really early one there, and this was one that was actually a bit of tuber that's grew out the ground, so I left it, hence why it's a bit close. But now that, you know, there's no hope on securing any of these flowers, so we're going to go at least there. And again, it looks like there's a little tiny bud in there, so I'll leave one of those, and one at the next pair, and I'll just tidy that up when it comes nearer to time, and do the same on the other 2 or 3 shoots there. As I say, remembering it's about a week delay per pair of leaves, so it shouldn't be that difficult to work out. Roughly 25 days before your first show, or the show you want that shoot to flower from. Certainly in the south on the small, maybe sooner. The further north you go, you want to add a few days onto that, but it shouldn't be that hard, as long as you've got buds coming now to actually not waste flowers before the show and get them flowering for when you want them. I'll maybe try and show you the same again on a different variety that might be a bit easier to see. So this is a bed of Happy Diane. We've got one plant here that's much earlier than the rest, and I think most of the plants like this, you can see there's a little bit of capsid damage on some of those, should make it naturally for the time I want them. There'll be buds in there I'm thinking about coming. This one here, they're 4-foot canes, so they're quite big plants now, is one that is just that bit earlier, and you can just see the breaks a little bit better. So again, we've got a nice big bud in the middle that's going to flower far before we want to. That's going to give us perhaps a week. You can go down harder, but I think sometimes if you go too close, you end up damaging the stem that's there. That one's got a bud in it, we'll have him off, and we'll even just pick one of these down there just to make sure, and then just remove all the bits further down. So that should hopefully have a bud in it in about a week or 10 days time. So most of the other plants I think are going to do it on their own. Right, we're over on the other plot. So these are the miniatures. You can see there's a few buds there to go through. That was Dave's choice. That's Mary's Germander. Mixed bed there, 2 rows of Rycroft Misty, and a row of Must and Karen. That's about 13 plants in a row. This is Suzanne. There's a couple of plants there like that which I wasn't going to quite get enough breaks on, so I've let them come to bud. And a simple way then of making sure we have enough breaks is, like before, we know these are going to flower too early, we'll just take that off, and then if I can get through the canes, then instead of wiping all the shoots out down the stem, I'll just go in and take out the ones below, so that's just going to double the flowers on that stem. You can go through the other plants until you get somewhere near the number. There's the poms. So we've got John's Twilight there, a row more place there. It's about 20 Johns and just under 20 more place. And then we've got the Gertler bed there, so they've all had one tie. It's a little bit fiddly on the poms. I'm not really going to be knocking each individual stem back as such and restricting numbers, because we want plenty, so I tend to look at the strength of the plant. I think, does that really matter if I have a few more flowers? We've got buds in there, these have already got buds, so I'll go in there and just pinch out the top and allow these side shoots here to develop into flowers. The same there. Some people like to flower the poms early. I tend to try to time them like I do most of the others really, and have the flowers when I want them. Don't mind a few early shoots. Purely take that one out because it's one that's been caught by capsid and it's already got a bud in there, and there's some nice stronger shoots coming lower down. So it's just a case of going through then, winkling them ones out, just taking the tops out and allowing these lower shoots to develop. If I think the plant's got lots and lots of shoots and I've got enough, then I might be tempted just to like it that. I think this plant as a whole has got more than enough on it for Gertler. Then I'll probably go and take that out and then just knock out one of these side shoots as well, just to, and a little bit down just to maintain the shoots. It is really succulent see and experience on your plot how you go about them. Most of these plants are nice full plants, and I shouldn't think I'm going to need many more stems on them, flowering stems, than I've got. So I hope that clears it up a little bit when we're talking about knocking back and timing and selecting buds. Again, for me, on a palm, if I can find one, something like that you can just about get your finger in, nice bit of capsid, perhaps even a bit smaller, is about 20 days to flower for me. So you can easily just time them to come when you want to, but hopefully there's a bit of 40 there. Once I let them go, there should be plenty to take in probably 10 to 12 plus days time. That'll be there for the national, maybe Kent before. Hope that helps. Cheers.